Hey, what is going on, everyone? My name is Xenoheart, and welcome back to another video. Now, this is for all those people that are either just starting off with Save the World or are thinking of getting it and want a really quick way of getting into the game. So, I'm going to be giving you an in-depth guide on my favorite heroes, or all of them as a matter of fact. And today, I thought we'd start off pretty simple. We'll start off with the very first hero that you're allowed to get, the Soldier. Now, this isn't a fully upgraded soldier, but it has all the abilities, as you can see. And what the soldier's abilities have, I personally like all of them, except for one, and we'll get to that one later. So, the soldiers have 5 main abilities. And a part of those abilities are Going Commando, Frag Grenade, War Cry, Shockwave, and a personal favorite of mine, Lefty and Righty. Now, I'll explain how we get all of this into when I get into a match. So let me get my hero class, and let's go to my SSD. Now, the thing about the soldier is that this is the first character that you're supposed to get when you start off the game. You'll always start off with Rescue Ranger Ramirez, if I'm correct. So we're gonna get into my lobby, and then I'll be showing you off some of the abilities. Well, I won't hit start. There you go.
We're not ready to expand.
Alright,
But it never hurts
so
to
as you can
prepare.
see, I'm in my lobby.
Check out the Storm Shield
Hope you
console
enjoy
menu
that
to
little
deposit
llama there.
resources, or return to the map.
So,
You
the
can
thing
leave
about the
anytime by selecting
soldier
Leave when
is that
starting from the
their
Storm Shield
abilities
console.
vary, and I wanted to get a second person in on this so I could do like a full review on all the abilities, but I'll just give you the shortened version of the other 2 abilities that I don't have. So the first ability that I got on my character is Going Commando. This allows you to pull out a minigun that is fully automatic and destroys a lot of things. It destroys husks very easily. It can destroy bases. It can destroy unnatural bases, as I like to say, because they aren't the ones that you build. They're the ones that are pre-built. So the natural ones more so. Why did I say unnatural at first? I don't know. So they're more natural than the other ones. But if they go to the unnatural ones, like let's say you start shooting from here and you try shooting at a wall, it won't work. However, it will do a lot of damage to mist monsters and others. But a bonus special, if you didn't even know about this one, is that if your teammate pulls up a loot llama, you can walk up to it, and with this or another, with the Going Commando or another ability that I'll be getting down to later on, if you do that, it has this, it's way easier to break it instead of just using a pickaxe. So if you want a little easier way to do that, there's one of them. The second ability I have is a Frag Grenade. Now, there's a passive I have on it that allows me to have an electric field around it, but you can kind of understand what Frag Grenade is. If it doesn't have this electric field, I don't really like the ability that much, but what it does is that a Frag Grenade will do impact damage to any husk that is around the explosion. However, if a husk is directly hit by the grenade, it will also just directly damage that husk. Most characters can hold up to 3 whenever there's an initial, but the specific special class for this one, that is a mythic hero, Master Grenadier Ramirez, can hold up to 5. I'll be getting into her in another video, as I will review her. Now, the last ability that's on this character's preset is Shockwave. This is my personal favorite ability whenever it comes to the entire soldier build. Shockwave allows you to get a little bit of extra height when you look at this closely. So let's say that there's like that I want to get back onto this ledge. Drop down. You can see that had a little bit of height. Now what the Shockwave does is that, let's say that there's a bunch of husks in a circle around you and they're about to swarm you. You press the Shockwave button, all those husks will die, and you won't take any damage from it. This is a very helpful tool if you want to negate a lot of things as well. You want to kill some husks? Shockwave. You want to negate fall damage. Let's say you're about to fall from like a very high spot, like let's say you're at the top of this map. If you time it perfectly to where you shockwave just before you're about to hit the floor, you can negate all fall damage that you get from it. Personally, my favorite ability, I love it. It's a really good one if you like getting rid of monsters and everything. And with the passive that I have, it allows me to move faster for about 3 seconds after I use it. So it's a really good ability. Now the other 2 abilities that are not in this character's arsenal are Warcry and Lefty and Righty. Warcry is not my favorite. I don't really like this. What it does is that instead of letting you have something, good, like a boosted team damage or something like that, it will boost your fire rate and how much okay, I don't really like this, and how much faster you will move. So let's say you got a decent moving ability. This is the standard running ability. You would probably run about 2 times faster than this with the Warcry ability activated. This applies to all the characters around you within a 20 tile radius. However, the ability doesn't last for longer than how long this would last, for how long you activate it. So let's say you activate Warcry. It lasts for about 10 to 20 seconds, depending on what you have on it. It's not a good ability. I don't really like it. If it had a longer duration, then maybe it would be higher. But I don't really like it. It's not one of my favorites. Last but most certainly not least, Lefty and Righty. This ability was not in when the game was first released. How this ability was played in was to all the characters that were DLC, such as Carbide, Raven, that were kind of a DLC, I should say. They were mostly in the bonus submissions that you could do to get them. Carbide, Raven, and a lot of others have this ability. What it does is that you pull out 2 pistols that do a lot of damage, However, they're not fully automatic like minigun. Think of them as dual pistols, but instead of both shots firing, you can spam the button. So I hope you got your trigger finger ready, because that's essentially what that weapon has become. It's a really good one and has a lot of damage, and with certain effects that your character gives off, it can be even better than something that you've had before. Think of it as a little thing that's better than the minigun. If you have a fast enough trigger finger, you can deal a lot of damage to any husk around you, and it's just a really amazing ability. I personally enjoy it, one of my favorites. But now let's get to a character passive. Now I have a passive on this character called Survivalist. Let's say I take any damage. Now I can't really demonstrate it since I've already finished all the storm shields on this one. And even then, it just doesn't work like that. Let's say I take any damage at all, like husks, fall damage, anything. I can kill a number of husks. If I kill any husk, I will gain a passive regenerative ability. For me only, that regenerates a bunch of my health. This is why I personally recommend using this character, Survivalist Jonesy, whenever you get him. He's really good, a very powerful and has some of the best abilities in the game. If I had to say anything about fixing this character in particular, um, I'd say get rid of his grenades and give him lefty and righty. Make an even powerful character, make a powerful character even more powerful, and that's how you're gonna fit, and that's how you fix him. Now, personally, I like this character. He's my favorite out of all the soldiers that I've got so far. But I don't know about other people. Some people might think that he's a bit too overpowered right now. But whenever I looked at it, most of the characters that we had were overpowered and they balanced it out. But this guy is definitely one of my favorites. I love his abilities and his powerhouse. He's a powerhouse. Does a lot of damage, can deal a lot of damage with all the guns that you get that are just here. Yeah, it's a really good ability. Alright, well, that's pretty much about everything that I wanted to say about this. Maybe I'll demonstrate all the abilities with a soldier class later down the line if I can get some help for it. Like, I'm actually going to ask one of you guys in the chat right now. Type that you got a soldier that has both Warcry, that has Warcry at the least with a minigun, or with any of the 3 abilities, like frag grenades, minigun, lefty and righty, and Warcry. If you have those 2 abilities, lefty and righty, and Warcry, or just Warcry, I can deal with the others. I can deal with the others if you guys are down. Now, I'm really hoping that you guys say that you are down, because I really have a tight schedule. I can probably the next tomorrow, since tomorrow's Sunday, and I don't have school. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's a little mini thing that I wanted to introduce. I like the abilities of the soldier. Warcry is kind of something that people might say is good or bad. I personally don't. If you, then that's how your playstyle is. It's just not how I like to play games. I like to have much more powerhouse kind of way things, like zombies. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If it was a really big help, I would enjoy the support on the channel. It's not that big of a deal if you don't want to support me. I don't really care. But I do hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button if you want. I'm not telling you to do it, but I would enjoy it if you did. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you later.